The Snoop D-O-double-G. Now, Snoop, in his ever-present wisdom, has decided that it would be a great idea, a very great idea, to have a movie made about him. I mean, do we really need one? My thing is this. We've seen Snoop's movie. I don't mind about him shining. I'm worried about my doggone $11.50 or whatever they charging for the ticket. My $11.50. I'm worried about that. I ain't worried about him shining. That's what I'm saying. We've seen him in the NWA movie. We've seen Snoop in the Tupac movie. What more of Snoop do we need to know? Two classic albums. If you want to take the Chronic, Snoop Dogg's album Doggy Style, and the Murder Was the Case soundtrack, wasn't really all him anyway, but during that era of 1990, like 91 through 94, Snoop was that guy. We all know Snoop had a ghostwriter. Well, it's not even a ghost. He had Doc. So when you got Doc, you got subject matter. When you take the subject matter away from Snoop, you just got a rapper. And you heard that Snoop was a freestyler. He's a conversationalist rapper. So you get to hear his personality throughout the songs, but on his album he has subject matter, which all comes from Doc. But Snoop was just a freestyler. A conversational, smooth rapper. I just don't know if I could deal with a whole movie. You know, I mean, it'd be cool. He does, you know, they started Death Row. Then, I mean, but from that point on, it's Suge chasing him around. He running from Death Row. They got all that in there. Yeah, back in 213. I mean, I would rather see a Warren G movie to see how that happened. because that's gonna tie into Warren G. But then Dad's talking about doing a movie. They actually had Redman playing Suge Knight. But have you noticed you haven't seen Daz on the internet? None of them Daz. That's because people do things for a hustle, man. It don't come from the heart. If you're doing it just for the bag and have no passion to want to put the movie out, it's gonna be doo-doo. Jazz front like he got all that money. And yeah, man, but he can't get an investor for this movie to make it a real project. He looking like Straight Outta Compton was a hit. All right, wait till you see the Daz version. Now that's gonna really blow. And then he gonna see it ain't gonna move. That thing gonna go straight to VHS. I would want to see a Suge Knight movie written by Suge Knight. I mean, I know he keep changing his identity. He was Snoop Lion, he was Snoop Dogg, he was Snoop Doggy Dogg. It's real, you know. You're back in the days when it was real. You know, that was real hip hop. Man, y'all kids don't know nothing. Hating on Daz. Who would take this video as a hating on Daz? I said if anybody does anything just for the bag and don't have the passion for it, it's gonna fail. You keep just doing stuff for the bag and don't have no real passion for it. That's the problem. So how's that hating on Daz? You guys got to learn to translate information over without just coming to grab any type of word to use. That's why it's like baffling sometimes when people say stuff. You hating on him. It's like, not hating on Daz. I'll be like, have you noticed he hasn't been online since he got them cases? Because being online is what got him the cases. It's online. It's like you gave yourself a case by being online. Carcino don't need a movie. If Carcino make a movie, it ain't gonna be about Carcino. It's too much. It's too many lawsuits. Too many people gonna want to sue. An ex-girlfriend ain't gonna like the way she was portrayed. I know that was about me. Now you talking about my auntie. I'd be like, that was your house. I was like, I never used your name. Who else mama was carrying a TV down the street to try to sell it for crack? I don't know. mom just kept stealing the TV and going down the street trying to sell it for crack. You know. Oh, you remember that hood story? Okay. The whole family arguing. Next thing you know, she's back down the street with the TV trying to sell it for crack. How is she carrying that big TV? I have no idea. This is back when they had the picture tubes in there. When TVs used to weigh like... And this girl was, my God, gorgeous Puerto Rican. But I guess they had like a Puerto Rican border house. Like it was like one of them houses that got like 15 rooms in it. And they were like bordering all these people from Puerto Rico. And they were like, yo, we need hot towels in 1A. First bedroom. They're like, no, there's people living there. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, they rent out rooms or something. Well, I guess people come over the border and it'd be like a family of 5 living in a room. It's crazy. And then the mom, you know, she's always on crack, I guess. And, you know, this is my introduction to it all. And I'm like, yeah, I was just bringing your daughter back home. I'm going to go. Seems like y'all got a lot to talk about, not involving me. I'm going to go. Well, if Snoop Dogg want to do that, then let Snoop do it. Ryan Coogler is supposed to direct it. They want Ryan Coogler to either produce or direct it. So they're seriously talking about making this movie. I just don't think there's a lot of weight in the Snoop story. Like, what has Snoop really done besides 1991 through 1994 that would be interesting? Besides Death Row and Suge Knight chasing him around. Yeah, see, that bitch ass Snoop. See, that's when he was a star. When he was in Death Row, he was a star. Then he went and took his soft ass over there to the other side, you know, and he betrayed himself. Now you see, he keep getting caught with all these cases, and they ain't going to jail. It's because somebody helping him. They protecting him. They keeping him out that system. Now how somebody keep getting caught with all these weed cases, guns, all these jail cases, and they ain't never going to jail because they tell him. Which brings up a very good case. I hope Snoop explained how he kept getting caught with pounds and pounds of weed, but yet he's on the streets. He ain't never did no time in the county for none of it. Either he got some of the world's greatest lawyers, right, a gun, all kind of stuff. He wasn't doing no time. I ain't saying Holmes told, but tell me something. A silencer alone to get you 20-something. If I don't see it, I don't say it. That's how I play it. The guidelines, no exceptions. I know, America's Most Wanted. That's when everybody saw it. His whole steez was gone. And everybody was like, well, you know, he just got off the trial, man. Snoop would be all right. But we saw it in America's Most Wanted. 2 of America's Most Wanted. We listen to that song and you listening to Snoop verse. I tell you, people's faces like, oh man, Snoop and Pac. Pac hit that song and was getting off, and we listened to Snoop rap on that song, and we like, you doing your job every day, and you work so hard till your hair turn gray. Let me tell you about life and the way that it is. We live by the guns, so we die by the guns, kid. We like, the hell wrong with Snoop? What the hell wrong with Snoop? I mean, that's how everybody was. Everybody had the same face when Snoop was rhyming. We was waiting for, because Pac was hitting it. And it was like Pac was in the studio listening to this like, they want me to roll with my gun. I was like, yeah, Pac. I knew I lived with fast shots. Niggas was hard to kill on my block. Man, Pac was hitting that song. And I'm like, man, you can't match that energy? What's going on? He was like, I gotta take over the song. Cause you ain't got it. I gotta ride this out. Ask me questions, they can get a bone. When the dog and me, eternally the most bone. I was like, hey, Pac got the energy. Well, I'm like, you ain't matching that energy. He'd have been cut off the record. If this was a regular guy and an MC, he would have hit, all his verses would have been cut. No, he just didn't fit. His writer was gone. Snoop with Doc, he would have killed that. If Snoop would have had Doc, that wouldn't have happened, bro. That wouldn't have happened. If Snoop had Doc, we ain't even having this conversation. I swear, Dogg Father had maybe 2 songs that I liked on there. That freestyle conversation, I think I liked that one. I didn't like the Dogg Father song. And then the Vapors remix was probably the only other song I listened to. And that was it. Yeah, Snoop's upside your head. None of it was making sense. Not too many people can go live while they drive. I don't advise it to anybody. It's just I know how to multitask very well. Well, Snoop is from that era, the Gap Band, and you know that's what they listened to, Lakeside and all that stuff. So you was all. I mean, the game was so. The game was so not to be told, and that one was all right. The first album he did on No Limit. Where he had Mr. Serve. Then he learned the business. He was like, okay, well, Master P making a lot of money off me. That's why he's like, this is the last meal. I'm ready to get my money on. This is the last time somebody finna eat off me. Like the Master P movie, that would be more impactful to me than a Snoop Dogg movie. Like on the One Crack News, I got a very educational video about the NBA and the luxury tax. Y'all gonna want to see that. Believe me, y'all gonna want to see that video. Because the league ain't gonna want nobody to know about that. They got you believing that all these players just go broke because they buy all this jewelry and clothes. That's a part of it. But they take a lot of money back. No, he tried to make the NBA. All those teams he was on, the Raptors, the Charlotte Hornets and all that, he never got to make it past preseason. He didn't make the final cut, so he never got signed on. And P had played, like, he was much better in Charlotte than he was in Toronto. Like, P could ball. And he made it enough to make a team. And he was serious. He wanted to play ball and get a contract. Well, it depends. Freestyle is different in areas that you go. In different areas you go to, you got you have different versions of what freestyling is. Freestyle to some people means spitting a written rhyme. Some people freestyle right off the dome, right there on the spot. And the style points, if you dissing a freestyle, if you battling in the freestyle or whatever you doing. Like when people go to Hot 97, that's, you know, and they sit up there with Fat Master Stank, they not sitting over there coming up with something that, you know, like, these are all written rhymes. This is nothing like really fresh off the dome. This is all written rhymes. And they just there to promote their album or whatever project they got coming up by just spitting the bars they got. Yeah, it was different cats back then. You know, different flavor. Dudes was doing what they had to do to get on. Especially at that time. Oh, they just opened this lane. Okay. See, the express lane, it's got its time limit where you go this direction, then they got a cutoff time where it'll go in the opposite direction. So right now it's going in the direction I'm headed. So I can pop on the express lane. Now when they clear all the cars, or they start blocking cars from coming that way, when it's closed and it goes back the other way, I should be coming home. Was that Jeff? What would Jeff be doing way out here? That couldn't have been Jeff. An outlaw mentality. Kings gotta do king stuff for kings, but not Puff or Mike Lowry. Snoop Dogg is coming out with a movie. Oh, I got a crazy Wolfpack story too.